everyone. Welcome into North Dakota today. We are continuing this conversation of a sure sign of summer. Anheuser, Busch, and Farm Rescue have partnered together again in benefit of farmers. We have Dan and Kristen both joining us to talk about their new corn cans. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Naturally.
They are on Zoom, so it's going to be a dual screen. They're going to kind of jump back and forth so we can see Dan and Kristen as they both kind of start chatting with us this morning. So to kick things off, what is Farm Rescue and how is it helping North Dakota farmers?
Sure, I can take that one. Again, Farm Rescue is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're dedicated to extending the livelihood of farm families. We do that in times of crisis, whether it be as a result of injury, illness, or natural disaster. We'll bring in the volunteers and the equipment to plant, make hay, harvests, feed livestock. We do some commodity hauling. Again, it's all about extending a helping hand when a hand is needed to get them through a crisis and hopefully on to the next growing season.
Yeah, some pretty critical functions there. How long has Farm Rescue been working with Busch Light, and how have you worked together in the past?
Yeah, so our partnership with Busch Light began back in 2019. And they have done some incredible things for us throughout that time. Again, the corn can is just a small part of that. They have been incredibly supportive of our efforts and allowed us to help, hundreds of farm families since this partnership began. We were blessed recently to assist our 1,000th farm family. That happened down in Southeast Illinois for a family that was decimated by a tornado. To come in and help with their winter wheat harvest. So again, it's a big thanks to Busch Light, Anheuser-Busch, and all of our sponsors for allowing us to reach milestones like that. But they've done so much for us. And again, the funding that they provided has allowed us to help many more farm families. It's paid for, food and lodging, fuel for our volunteers. They helped us launch into the state of Kansas in 2020. So I cannot say enough about the wonderful things that Anheuser-Busch and Busch Light have done for farm rescue operations.
Oh, I love that. All right, we'll bring Kristen into the mix now with this next question. Why does Busch Light partner with Farm Rescue? What's the big importance there?
It just makes so much sense, but Busch Light's a devoted supporter of the agricultural community. And when you look at Busch Light and what Farm Rescue does, they really embody the same values. So, hard working and supporting the local community. And so it just made so much sense for us to work with Farm Rescue and really help fuel that momentum of their growth and helping more families in places like North Dakota, where when those natural disasters or farm rescue hits, they can jump in. And truly, as a farmer myself, I grew up on a small farm in Wisconsin, and Dan knows this story. My dad had a farm accident. He jumped off a hay wagon and shattered his heel. And I really wish that I knew about Farm Rescue then. So I find it personally part of my mission to share the Farm Rescue message so we can help drum up these funds and help more farm families across all of the Midwest.
Yeah, what an incredibly great point that you made right there, especially with the importance just for our region and our viewers right here. A lot of people can relate to everything that you're saying right now. This partnership isn't new necessarily, though. How has Busch Light been working with farmers previously?
So again, our partnership with Farm Rescue started in 2019, and we have raised almost $1 million. And it truly comes back to the ingredients. Farmers are the backbone of America. And so corn is an ingredient in Busch Light. And so we've always looked to our roots and looked to what Busch Light stands for. So we are committed. We're going to be working, Dan and I, together for a long time to support the agricultural community. And I know corn cans are out in the market now, but keep an eye out for what we're doing next year as well.
Oh, exciting. Yeah, I was going to say a lot of folks familiar with the design, but how can we find the corn cans ourselves?
Go to any store in the area. You'll find it. They'll be on shelf through the remainder of the month. So go on and get your corn can before they disappear.
Oh my goodness. Thank you both so much. Yeah, a lot of folks, again, familiar with the sight of that corn can and just the sound of Busch Light in general. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning. It's happy-go-lucky as we chat about it now, but as we know, a very important topic for a lot of people here. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Ashley.
Yeah. All right. Stick around, everybody. We have plenty more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.